you can imagine, I can imagine that opening right now, here we are, we're just opening, and then we kind of want to lock it down. We kind of want to understand it. We kind of want to get our footing. And the challenge is that there's no footing to be got. There's nothing. All there is the ability to move, keep moving, to keep expanding, to be aware, and to notice within ourselves that part of us that wants to constrict, wants to hold back, wants to say no, not yet, not now, maybe even not ever. Right? Hi, Kat. I'm glad you're on, honey. I've been enjoying your posts. And so that, how do we move into this and also move through it? And I was talking with somebody today, is that a lot of times, just a thing to check yourself with, and I'm not making light of it, but at all. I'm just calling out this attention that how many of us have operated in a way that keeps us kind of protected and isolated from the world. And yet our greatest calling is to be of service in the world, to help, to want to experience change. And yet there's kind of this idea of, but I can't open myself to it because I'm going to be swallowed up. I'll be overwhelmed. I can't handle the pain. I can't handle, it's overwhelming to my system. I can't handle that negativity. I can't handle this. How many of us have had those moments, And what's interesting is that there are different ways to be present. And there always have been, but I think that we have greater access to it now. And I think part of it is we're going through this practice. Our practice right now is one of opening, of remaining open. Now, how many of you, when you think about it, you listen to the meditation, you're like, yes, I'm open. Oh my God, that's really open. She's not telling me to self-protect. She's not telling me to put the boundaries up, right? That's not part of this meditation. We go, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so open. But what is brought to our attention is that our resonance, our energetic vibration is the filter. Our decision, our energy is the decider of what we allow really into us. And it is from this place of knowing and trusting in the power of our intention, our vibration, our oneness with all, that we come to realize that we can be of the world and experience the world without having to be the experiencer for the world. Right? We don't have to do it for everyone. We can have our own experience. We can witness it, but it does not need to be felt through us in that way that we have to take it on. Does that make sense? Stephanie, you said, mine is freezing on and off, but I am here. I'm glad you're here. I'm extremely suffering in insane emotional turmoil and pain and anything. I'm desperate. I can't handle the pain right now. See, I didn't even read that before I said what I was saying. And what I want to invite you to do is to today, and we'll touch on this in the meditation today, is to really focus on resonance with the divine, and resonance with what is good for you. It is not good for us to be in a place of taking on the pain of the world, right? I can't think of any benefit to our vessel other than ego saying, well, I can feel it, so I should feel it. There is a little sometimes about ego, like there's that idea. It's kind of the gamification of life that we do, that, well, if I turn that off, maybe it'll never come back. Maybe I'll never be able to feel with this depth again. I mean, it's a little, we get kind of tricky in how we think. Hi, Kat. Oh, I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. Aurora, you said, I've had far too many moments lately where it's been too much dealing with the many phases of life right now. Stephanie, my white blood cell counts just skyrocketed because of the pain and the stress. My body is responding to this. I'm listening. And Stephanie, yes, but it's custody and relationship issues. Custody with my 5-year-old and just want to throw up. Okay. So here, all right. First of all, Stephanie, it might be worthwhile if it works out for you for us to have a session this week. And you can message me about that and we can get that scheduled. Because sometimes we just have to get our energy in alignment. And what we're doing when we open up, like we go, okay, well, it's not the world, but it's the custody of my 5-year-old. Or it's my relationship with my significant other. And we go, see, there's no way to feel good in this. There's no solution that I can imagine where I can feel good and they can feel good, right? Like we lock it down. We go, I'm God. I know all the answers. I have all the possibilities, right? It's all on me and I got to figure it out. And then we go, I don't know why I'm feeling stuck. I don't know why I can't find good. And we're somewhere in this missing our access, our connection to the divine, to that which is good and inherently good for us and inherently good for everyone. And so we can look at this, for example, and Stephanie, I don't know anything about your current situation. I'm not making light of it, right? But custody of a 5-year-old as a mother can feel like, oh my God, you're ripping my heart into shreds. And sometimes there are gifts within that actually, when we step back from the emotional story of it, that I can have it the way I want, so nothing else will do. When we step back and we say, okay, spirit, God, universe, I would like some insight that would help me see differently right now. Help me see the gifts that are in this. Help me see the possibilities that right up until now I have not been willing to see. And this goes for everyone as we go into the meditation day. As we open, think about this. Think about the meditation we've been doing. Many of you have been working with me for how long? Over 2 months doing this meditation off and on, right? When we are opening to the field of possibility, it's not like this much possibility. It's not like an inch of possibility. It's infinite. I want you to really grasp that concept, that it is all that you can imagine in your experience, because we can only imagine what we've experienced, concepts that our mind has wrapped itself around, right? We can only do this. So when we get into this energy of abundance and infinite possibilities, it means it is so far beyond our conception that our mind would probably blow up trying to grasp it. And then as it grasps it, as it starts to hold it, that's already too small. We cannot grasp infinite. And for every question that exists, there is an answer. This is the law of supply. There is nothing that you can want or desire or have questioned in your being that there is not an answer for. It may not be the answer, quote unquote, right, that you expect or that fits your current paradigm. But if we are open and we are willing, we receive more than we even know. And what we're being invited into in this meditation, the practice, is to expand beyond our knowing, beyond the limitation, the slowness of our mind that is so focused and operates solely on our experience up till this moment. To get behind that, to open ourselves to a field of infinite possibility, infinite expanse, knowing that all we need do is ask. And so as we do this, we start to trust, and we have to kind of that's where the word surrender comes in, right? We have to be willing to surrender our disbelief, to surrender our fear, our doubts, and our worries, lay them down and do it anyway. Lay down your fear that you are going to lose your child forever. Lay down the fear that this is being done to you. Lay down the stories that are there and say, I'm open to something that I haven't yet considered. And see what begins to start emerging in our being, because our stories, especially when we talk about matters of the heart, matters of security, that voice is so loud, the stories are so certain that we will stand in face to face with God and say, I still know better, right? I still know better. And so I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying I haven't been where you are. I have, not with custody, but with many things in my life that I thought, you just don't understand. This is what is going on. And what is happening for you right now with this particular situation is that your fear is being triggered in a big way. And when we are in that fearful place, and this we'll get to, I'm putting a pin in this point. When we are in that fearful place, we cannot operate optimally. We cannot also be open. It is not possible. It is literally we've shut the door, turned the lights out and said, I'll take care of it. It's on me. And I want you to extrapolate that, because we've been talking a lot about what's happening in the world right now. We've been talking about what it is to be oppressed, what it is to be Black, what it is um, to have privilege, and what it is to not have privilege, right? So I want you to understand, if fear and doubt and worry are your mode of operating, if this is how you operate day to day, if you're worried about where you'll get your next meal, that's one level. But if you're worried that you and your body are not safe because of the color of your skin, right? You are operating in a fear that is inherent in a belief system, and a system that says you are less than. So if that is where we are, and I just said that fear and doubt and worry close the door to possibility, close the door to, Kat, you're talking about hope. It closes the door to that, because and hope becomes something that we start to like binge on. Inspiration, something to binge on, but we don't really trust it. We don't trust that it is for us or that it will last. And so if you have an entire people that have an entire culture, an entire group that has been that oppressed that fear is their way of being, how do you access abundance? How do you open yourself to this? Right? So this is what we are breathing into. And the same is true. It happens individually, but it is also collective. And so when we think about what we're doing in breathing light and being open in this way, when we are practicing this exponential technology that works for us to breathe in and create space in our consciousness, space behind the limited technology that is the mind and the heart, and getting into this now experience whole being that we are, that knows that no matter what is happening with our children, with their loved ones, with our job, with money, that we are still whole and complete and have access to all that we need. There is that spark, and that we are nurturing and nourishing in our breath. And as we are nurtured and nourished, as we come into that and lay our fears down and begin to trust and surrender to this, what happens is that our experience is part of the collective consciousness of humanity. And those of us who are overcoming these huge emotional terrors, these places where limitation and good story are really working us, and we lean in and experience possibility, that experience goes into the collective, and the willingness to open in spite of conditions, in spite of story, in spite of the oppression begins to happen. And that's what we're experiencing now. Not just because of the breath. This technology is helping to support that. I hope that makes sense. So Stephanie, right now, morning, noon, night, I'm in fear of life, and that's what's going to happen to me. It's sickening. We can have that conversation. Of course it's sickening. Of course it's sickening. Of course it is. That's that feeling. And today we are breathing with you, and we are breathing with our brothers and sisters all around the planet. We are breathing with you that you may feel some release, some spaciousness in your consciousness, in your mind, in your spirit, that you may feel the love and the abundance of all that is nourishing you, that you can relax and open. And in this, that flowering of trust begins. That is what we can hope for in this work. And we just keep doing it until our trust builds, that we are willing to surrender. I am so grateful that you shared. I am so grateful that you trust this group to share. And I'm grateful for the love of this group that gathers on a regular basis, to be able to be willing to share, to be willing to breathe with each other, to be willing to hold space. And we are breathing in possibilities, not just for you, but for your entire family. That where there is this, that maybe there will be, oh, we didn't think about it this way. There might be something altogether new. Breathing it in for your lawyers, your mediators, that gifts arrive. Hi, Mary, I'm glad you're on. So we will start our meditation. And I just want to thank everybody for joining us. Um, my it's really funny. My head, all of a sudden, I'm having some headaches. So sometimes this happens as I'm getting messages. I get like a pressure. So who knows? There might be some new information coming in as we do this meditation today. So thank you all for joining. And I apologize. I ate an apple and I had a little piece of stuff in my teeth. I apologize. Stephanie, um, so Stephanie, I see what you're saying. I need somebody to be with, someone to cry with, someone to connect to. I'm so overwhelmed. I didn't ask any of this. All I want is to be alive and be a mom to my two girls. I'm in Chaska and would be interested in that. So what I want you to do today is just to open and see what happens, Stephanie, and just move, because the mind, you can feel the busyness, and I think that's part of the reason I'm feeling you, is that when we get so up in our frontal cortex, this thinking being is just like right, it's just going. So today I'm going to invite you to just really do your best to breathe and focus on your breath and let this wash over you, and we're going to breathe with you and see what comes. I'm grateful for everybody to be on today. All right, let's go ahead and Take a couple of deep breaths. As we come into this now moment, and really allow yourself to follow the breath into your body, bringing your attention inside of you. And let's breathe in the energy of love and appreciation. Appreciation for our bodies, appreciation for who we are in this now moment. Let us breathe. We relax with every breath. We can trust that our thoughts and our worries and everything will be there if we want them when we're all done. But for now, we're going to take this time to breathe and to be. And as we breathe, let's just follow the breath in and behind all of our thoughts and all of our emotions. Just letting them be where they are, doing what they're doing, and we're just going to fall back behind them. Imagine falling back away, maybe into a beautiful pile of feathers or something soft, falling back into angel's wings, whatever works for you. Just feel yourself relax, falling away, letting the thoughts just continue doing what they're doing. Let your emotions continue to be what they are. And if you find yourself getting caught up, take a deep breath and allow yourself to just float back away. And it's in this place that we're in, this still, quiet place within us. This place where everything is right now. Bring our attention to our cells, our heart that's beating, and the cells that make up our heart, knowing how to keep that rhythm. Every breath nourishing our cells, awakening them to their function, that they may work optimally and efficiently. Every cell remembering its function, knowing how to work in harmony with the cells around it, and the other organs made up of different cells, all working together, allowing this beautiful body, this creative vessel, this divine creation to function from the top of our head to our toes. We are working. Our mind, ensuring that every single organ, every single cell is functioning, sending electrical pulses in direction. We don't even have to think about it. Knowing how to hold our body comfortably, our muscles know what to do. And we relax and feel the divine order that is our functioning body. Our stomach and our intestines digesting, taking in the nourishment, feeding all of the cells, ensuring that we are alive and functioning. Let us breathe in appreciation for this body, feeling it move in and wash over and through us. Feeling love awaken in our being. Everything working in divine harmony. And it's from here that we bring our attention outward into our energy field that surrounds this body. This energy field that has been a part of us our whole life experience. We've not always been aware of it or paid attention to it. And yet we feel it now acutely and clearly. Feeling the vibration and the flow of energy in to our physical body, through our physical body and around it. Moving gently, swirling. It is our energetic field that is our first connection with the world around us, where we first experience other. Whether it's another being, another object, a different feeling or experience, this is our first connection to it. We feel it here, we experience it here before our senses, before our mind, before our emotions. And we feel the resonance, the vibration that our energetic field holds. It vibrates with what is good for our being, what is godly, what is holy. And that vibration washes over and through us. And it is this vibration and the resonance of this vibration that draws the good to us and allows that which is not in resonance to fall away. There is no need for protection, no need to hold or close this energy. Instead, we vibrate and we breathe the energy into and through our field with all of life, all that is alive around us, opening and resonating. And we feel this connection with everything around us. And from here, we bring our attention beneath our feet to the tether that connects us to Mother Earth. It connects to the center of the planet and rises up and connects to our energy field beneath our feet. Like an umbilical cord, it feeds and nourishes us, holds us in place. And we breathe this in. We feel the love of the Mother flow into us and through us, nourishing, warm and thick and red, rising up and around us, rising in and between our cells, in and between and around the molecules that make up our vessel. And as we breathe this in, we feel the gentle tug of gravity on every part of our being, giving us a sense of home, a sense of place and knowing. We know we belong here and we belong to the Mother. We are one with her. We feel her love rise up in and around us as she provides us atmosphere, soil, firmament, water, all that we need to live and to thrive and to be, she provides. And we are awash in appreciation for all that we are given. And our appreciation radiates outward from us into the world, into all of life, into the Mother, that we know we are here, we belong, and we are one with her. And it is from this knowing that we bring our attention above our head about an arm's length. And this is our connection to the quantum field. We are open, our whole vessel is open wide at the top like a tulip, ready to receive all of the light and love of the infinite. The Christ consciousness that is our connection to the field of infinite possibility, the field of creation. This energy flows in abundance to us and through us, washing down over and into our vessel. Crystalline white light energy, we breathe in. Light and refreshing, opening and expanding every cell of our being. Every breath we grow in capacity, feeling our connection with the infinite. We open our vessel to receive light and resonance with the infinite. We receive inspiration moving in and through us, bringing light to ideas and solutions, possibilities that were before not seen. We welcome this into our vessel. We welcome the light in abundance, that it may bring clarity into the dark corners, into the places of fear and doubt. We allow the light in and we breathe into this fear, into our doubt, into our worry, and feel it diminish. As we exhale, we release our story, our attachment to our limitation, and we relax in the flow and in the light of the infinite. We float in abundance. We are surrendered as we float in this, allowing our being to embody all of the good, as it moves in, expanding our capacity to receive and allowing us to resonate in this vibration for all of humanity, that they may see and experience and feel the light, the spaciousness, the vibration of all that is, awakening the spark of the divine within. And we breathe. We breathe and feel our connection with all. We are open to the consciousness of humanity. We open and in our vessel experience our strength of being, the truth of us, the wholeness and holiness of us. And as we breathe, we experience what it is to be breathed, feeling the gentle pull and release as we are breathed by the all that is, allowing the love of the infinite to move in and through us. It is this vibration, this oneness from which we are created, that is awakening in our consciousness, in our knowing, in our vessel, that we may open and surrender to what is divine and true and holy in us. And as we breathe this experience of expanded awareness, of divine love and holiness into the collective consciousness of humanity. As our capacity expands, we breathe and we expand the capacity of all of our brothers and sisters to receive, to experience love and light and possibility, awakening that divine spark, awakening their truth, their resonance with what is good. And we breathe. We breathe and know that our experience is expanding the awareness of all that is. And it is through the breath that we find our way back to a place that we are one. That we are beyond the self. We are connected in our breath. And we are connecting in our breath. Our breath is our way of experiencing and acclimating to our wholeness. Feeling the expansiveness of our being. Our vessel filled to capacity, fulfilled in the light and love and abundance of all that is. The beliefs that we are less than, not enough, broken, fall away as we feel that which has been cracked and uncertain brought back into wholeness. And we breathe and feel the fullness of our vessel, the fullness of our consciousness. And in this, we are whole. We are one. Fears, doubts, worries, limitations cannot grow in this soil. What we experience in the moment does not take root here anymore. And we breathe. We breathe and we feel power awakening deep within our vessel. In the core of us and expanding outward. Feeling this light from within radiate outward through our bones, through our muscles, through all of our being. In all directions, we feel this power rise in our awareness, in our vessel. And we breathe, bringing our full attention to this experience. Experiencing power that is not given to us, but that which is inherent in our beingness. It is aligned to our knowing, to our truth, and it vibrates in our awareness. And we breathe, and we breathe and experience the love and vibration of harmony as it washes over and through, weaving together with our sense of power, that we may choose to use our power with the world around us in what is life-giving, what is good, and what is godly. We breathe and we feel this vibration of alignment move into place in our thoughts, our feelings, our creative force. We are creative beings working with our thoughts, our emotions, and our vibration to manifest new ideas, new ways. And our vessel is now attuned and in alignment with that of harmony, with the vibration of love that is infinite, that is beyond human constructs and human constraints. It simply is. And it is in this vibration that new ways, a new world can emerge. As you breathe for yourself, you breathe for all. You breathe in and welcome inspiration, ideation, gifts to be awakened in yourself and also in all of the collective consciousness. That which is inspired finds the soil that will grow it best. And you breathe and trust that all is well in what you are doing. And it is from here that you feel truth rise up in your vessel. This vibration, it may also be a color or other senses that awaken in your being that is resonant with what is truth. Take note as to how you experience this, that you may come to know how you can find truth in any given situation. Do you feel this sensation? Do you experience the message of your truth rising in your being? Allow this to be where you seek validation and clarity. And now let us breathe and experience your wholeness, the fullness and fulfillment of your being. As you breathe, every cell within your body working in its function, every thought relaxed, every emotion open and relaxed, that you may receive inspiration and the willingness to not just receive, but to utilize what is given, to make manifest what is good and right and holy. And we breathe. Your vessel expanded and whole. We now bring our attention to expanding your energy field, that you may bear witness to all of humanity in this now moment, feeling what you feel, knowing that it does not have to be your feelings, but instead your experience of feeling with the collective. It is not your job to feel for another being or to breathe for another being. In this, you do no service except to hold the idea and vibration that they are not capable. As you breathe with your brothers and sisters, as you breathe with their pain, their angst, their uncertainty, you do not lose your sense of self, your knowing, your wholeness. You are vibrating in a new way of being, to bear witness rather than to bear the pain. And as you experience the pain, the doubt, the worry, your heart grows in its ability to be compassionate. And your desire to breathe with the all grows, that they may find peace and ease through the breath. And so we breathe. We are also experiencing those who are awakening to their own light, as if waking up from a deep sleep. They are seeing and experiencing new possibilities, new ways of being. And we breathe. We breathe with each other because we can. We breathe for ourselves because we can. And we breathe with the earth, this planet, because we can. We are capable in our nature to expand our awareness, our compassion, our love beyond what is reasonable, beyond what is known. We are working across dimensions, across time, to breathe and to increase the capacity for the breath. And it is in these actions that we come to see and know our function, our capability, and our connection to the all that is. We open and we breathe. We breathe in and feel light. We are expanded, awakened, aware, enlightened. Our thoughts and emotions and being are shaped by the force of harmony. We allow this to wash over and through us that we may be in service with the consciousness that is emerging on this planet, with the consciousness that is emerging and growing and expanded in our vessel. We open to a love that is infinite, that moves in and nourishes us, that we may open and nourish others. And we breathe. We breathe in and we experience our wholeness. And we claim this in our I am. I am. I am. I am. Awaken indeed, beautiful beloved, breathers of light. Awaken to your highest knowing. It does not mean leave this physical being, this physical body behind. It means embrace it, use it, be one with it, resonate in it. What you believe to be your limitations are gateways to possibility. What is opening for you is beyond, dear ones, what you can imagine. If you do not trust in these words yet, allow yourselves to look at what has transpired in the last 5 years on your planet. What new technologies, what emergent consciousness has happened? How many are awakening from their own stories of darkness and limitation? How much energy is being utilized by the collective consciousness to maintain status quo? Understand that that is the nature of the human mind and much of the reason why it is so slow, dear ones. The mind was created to keep one safe. And yet, in many respects, the mind has become its own prison. Safety From what? Your imagination is as powerful as your reality. What you imagine to be afraid of becomes more powerful than that which is really occurring in your life. And your body, which is operated by your mind, responds accordingly. Fear creates paralysis, and paralysis results in depression, for there is no human being that is not designed to create. You are all in your function when you are allowing the creative force to move in and through you. And of course, the creative force moves you beyond what is known into discomfort and uncertainty. And the mind has come to think of this as enemy number one. So, what is in front of you, dear ones? This is where to bring your attention. Where are you being called to? What is being called up in your being? Allow your discomfort to tell you you are on the right path. The world right now is at a state of great discomfort. And now the choice is to stop and go back, or to move forward boldly, imperfectly, willingly, to create something altogether new. How does this show up in your experience now for your life? Where are you holding back? And where are you ready to emerge? Allow this technology of the breath to support you in remembering and accessing who you are, dear ones. Reliance on the technology of the mind is to be using outdated, outmoded resources. You are much greater than this, and it is awakening in your being. We honor you, we bless you, and we do indeed enjoy your vessels as they shine so brightly for those on this planet. Blessings to you on this day and every day, dear souls, dear breathers of light. Enjoy your day back at work. Beverly, thank you. Wow, wow, wow. That was a beautiful message. I want to go back and listen to that. The piece that just just washed over me at the end. Sometimes it's just like I'm there, I'm speaking, so it's hard to imagine that that's not me. Sometimes when you're watching me, right? but I'm there receiving this message and experiencing the energy and the vibration of the message. And mm, this, what we are in such a beautiful time. We are in such a beautiful time to be growing and to be expanding and to be witnessing this all around the planet in the areas of this planet that have we have believed would not expand, right? There have been those who believe this, and whew, I there it is an honor to be alive and to be doing this work at this time. And there are the last month there has been so much flowing through in such a beautiful way, and I am so grateful. And this practice, it's so much more than a meditation. Like what is so interesting is that it is a technology for opening and acclimating us to a new way of being. There are many around the planet right now who are speaking of a new world, some people speaking of a new world order, right? But let's speak of this new earth, this new consciousness that's emerging, right? And they're speaking of it in a very like that it's like a whole new planet almost emerging. And it's much more about our consciousness and our vibration and our ability collectively collectively. It's so important that we all become all in on this. That means we can't hold back on ourselves anymore. It means that we must open up. And we are finally finding a willingness and a way to do this. And the how that I channel, that I work with, they uh, the energy of this consciousness is one that is supportive and not directive. That we are being given this opportunity to have the technology, to have what we need to create that which we desire, not that which I desire, not that which they desire. It's that which we desire. And when we really tap into it, we can't do it from the consciousness and from the paradigms and the stories that we are currently living in. We must open. And part of the opening is acknowledging, is being in this vibration. And it's being willing to face it so that we can all emerge, all breathe, because everything else is less than optimal. That would be like saying, well, I will go, but you know what? I'm just going to leave um, a part of my body behind. I'll just move along energetically. We'll just cut off my legs, or we'll just cut off this part of us. And that is not what this is about. This is about all of us, all of us, all of humanity. That there are ways emerging, new technologies, new ideas, new ways that are emerging in the collective that can guide us, that can open us, that can expand us. And I am teaching a series of 4 workshops over the next 4 months, one a month. Um, and they're all, you can take them one or however you want, but they are based, they are outlined in the core teachings that come from this practice that we're doing, and how to deepen our connection to it, deepen our awareness of it. There is also, I wrote it the other day, and it'll probably be another couple of weeks. I have a couple of things I have to do, and I want to just throw it out there right now, and I'm just not willing to throw it out there right now. But I am going to be teaching, gathering a group of 8 who want to teach and to deepen their connection to the meditation and to bring it into their practice and to teach and to share it. And that will be coming in July. And it will be a part of these 4 workshops. So if that resonates with you, just make sure you sign up for the workshop on the 27th. Everything else we'll figure out. But it's time to start sharing this in a broader way, and to start to bring it into different modalities. These teachings are powerful, and I'm being guided to do that. And I'm actually really excited about it. But the workshop on the 27th, it will be called Your Open Channel. And it is about how we open our vessel, open and expand our light body, and how we are working with spirit, God, the universe, the infinite, however you resonate with whatever this force of creation is. We will be working within that and deepening our understanding of what that entails and what's going on, because these are foundational pieces. And a lot of it will be channeled.